That's what we want. We're 9 minutes
4 points here, Posh,
and 50 seconds into the third quarter, Matty.
Big ball up again. The ball comes down. Holmer gathers, gets the handball over the top, just pushes the football forward. There's been on all hands and knees. He gets at the Proud. Little kick through around the corner, smothered, and that was by big Kyle Dunn. And we're going to have another ball up right on the 50-metre arc. Port Fairy attacking 50. The Seagulls 6:10:46. Camperdown 5:7:37. We've played 10 minutes of this third quarter, all thanks to SunGold Fresh Local Milk.
Beautifully done there from the clearance by Camperdown. Comes to Cass. He's besieged by Seagulls. Oh, beautifully done there was by Phelps, but he got into trouble. He threw it to the umpire. So free kick against Guy Phelps. It'll go to the Camperdown player who's come up a bit worse for wear. It's Phil Cass, the coach. He's playing a good quarter this quarter, Alan Blackburn. He seemed to have shaken that tag a little bit. So Cass given Port Fairy time to man up, so he'll be seizing up his options. He might have to go long. Port have got one behind the footy. That's Colin Harwood. Won't come into play. Crozier will come over the top with the fifth. Was good. Beautifully gathered there by James. James was tackled beautifully by, who was that by? Phelps. Phelps got it out towards Crozier again. Shields got it onto Gunning. Gunning got it onto Martin. Martin got it over to Farley. Adam Farley for the Seagulls pushes off the tackle. He'll kick down the wing. Down it goes there looking for Holmer. He's going to find touch nicely. I think it's bounced on the line.
He doesn't know. He's shaking his head.
The ball's still in play. It goes over the top to Homer. Homer will go short looking for Sam McCartney. Goes over his head. Foot race. Liam Howarth first to begin. First on it. Got some space. Runs around into an open goal and goes bang and kicks his third goal and the Seagulls go mad.
I'll tell you what.
7-10.
Not happy back
52.
here.
The Port Fairy Seagulls leading Camperdown 5:7:37. 11.5 minutes. Third quarter. Alan Blackburn, was it out of bounds, me boy?
I just never see Terrain more like Shane Martin. What's happening over there, big fella?
Yeah, g'day, mate. Great call in there too, by the way. We're at the nearly 8-minute mark of the third quarter. Terrain 10:8:68. Moreland Tigers 5:6:36.
Slowly getting back into the contest, mate. Let's go up to Roosterland. Lee McCluskey, South Warrnambool v Karoit. What's happening over there, bud?
18-minute mark, Matthew. The scoreboard's got Karoit 10-7. I've got them 11-7, so I could get the sack, or I might be wrong.
You're absolutely. And what a South, sorry, mate?
Sorry?
What a South Warrnambool at the moment, buddy?
5:6:36. I've got Karoit as 11-7.
Beautifully done, mate. And I tell you what, big crowd up there at the Friendlies, Leroy.
Yeah, really good crowd. Really good.
And what about Big J Brown, mate? He'd be pretty popular amongst the crowd.
Yeah, no, he's just enjoying himself. There's a few legends here. No, it was a great initiative by South. There's a lot of people here for sure. Great vibe.
Great stuff, mate. Lee McCluskey there at the Friendly Societies Park. Let's go up to Hamilton's Melville Oval. Jazza Ferry covering the Kangaroos v the Blues. What's happening up there, Jazz?
Yeah, we're going 7 minutes in the third quarter up here with Warrnambool 13-13-91. Lead Hamilton 2-8-20. Travis Graham's kicked 5 goals and McIntyre hasn't come back on since the first quarter with a hamstring.
Oh, no good for Interleague either, Jazza.
No.
Oh, unbelievable. And I reckon Blackie put the moz on him earlier today, talking him up for next week for Interleague.
That makes you a man of certainty, Stewie.
Let's go to Nathan Adams, who's covering the big Naranda v Elmsford clash. What's happening out there, Nath?
Yeah, half time out here, Stewie. Naranda 4-5-29. To Elmsford 6-8-44. Next space has kicked a couple of goals for Naranda and Brendan Webster's kicked 2 for Elmsford.
Beautifully done, Nathan. Absolutely pumped up out there by the sounds of it. The Seagulls, they're going to go into attack again through Holmer. Great kick of the football to Sammy McCartney. And I tell you what, he's got a player on if he wants to kick quickly. He does. He's about 50 metres out. Oh, he stubs the ground. He's going to find Bean. Bean's going to go bang from about 15 metres and misses it. Golly, an absolute creaming soda. And it goes through to the Seagulls 7-11-53. Camperdown 5-8-38. But I tell you what, this quarter's been all Port Fairy, boys.
It has indeed creamy soda. It wasn't even out of the vat. It wasn't even out of the vat. It was that easy, Matty. But Camperdown goes short out of the tavern tack and looks like little field out there in the far forward pocket for Camperdown. Goes down the line. Picked up there by McDonald. He goes down the line too to a contest. Coming over the back was Matty's man Dunn. Now on his bike now was that was Spence. Kicks it inside 50. Running onto a loose footy there was Cass. He got it now, gathered it, turns inside onto his left foot, chips one over the top to Marnie. Beautiful ball use. Finds Jacob Marnie on a tight angle. Only a matter of about 30 metres out. Glaxo, big kick end of the Gardens Oval. They do need one. We played 15 minutes. 5-8-38. The Camperdown Magpies trailing the Seagulls 7-11-53. Marnie. Deliberate approach comes in. Distance, not a problem. Accuracy is the key. Marnie kicks a goal. No, he's got one back for the Camperdown Magpies. 6-8. That'd be 44 on the Shojan Concrete scoreboard. Trailing the Port Fairy Seagulls 7-11-53-15.
And at the MCG, 13-6-84 Hawthorn. The Demons 4-4-28. We might go back to you, Fitzy, in the studio with some half-time District League scores.
Yeah, g'day, boys. Merivale 14-4-88 leading Timboon Demons 4 straight 24. South Rovers 3-4-22 trailing Kalora-Nurat 7-9-51. We just had the half-time score with pads before, but if you missed it, Naranda 4-4-28 trailing Allensford 6-8-44. East Warrnambool 7-5-47. They lead Russells Creek 3-4-34. Dennington 16-7 101. A big lead over Deakin 2-1-13. And Pam Newer 10-6-66 leading Old Collegians 8-8-56. Wow. That's a bit of a turn-up.
Oh, there you go. Fits beautifully done. And what about your man, Ricky Fowler? Blackie's about to come back on again for the Magpies.
Tyler Fowler.
Yeah,
Ricky Fowler's the golfer.
He
played extremely well. In
Pontevedra Beach in Florida.
And Possum Kelly knows all about that 17th.
TPC Sawgrass. Doing on the 17th, 50.
I know, did you have a
The
hit?
ball's on the wing. No, they wouldn't let us. The tee was closed, but I went and pinched the club and had a whack anyway. No, I didn't. Here's Xavier McCartney for the Port Fairy Seagulls.
Yeah.
Coming on and off the bench, using him very well. X kicks down the line. Up they go. Bean couldn't take the mark. Went over the back to Homer. He couldn't control it. Ball's on the ground. Sacks on the mill. They come from everywhere. Ball comes out. Oh, too high there. Free kick surely. It's got to go to Pemberton. That's little Matthew Pemberton for Camperdown. Started the game in a blaze of glory. Gone out of it a little bit, Alan Blackburn, but he's on half-back flank. He'll relieve for the Magpies.
He has, mate. They need the next goal, the Maggies.
They do. The ball goes up there. Adam Farley couldn't take the mark for the Seagulls, and the ball's forced over the line, out of bounds. Right, it's slap bang in front of the Camperdown coach's box. There'll be a throw in right in front of us, Matthew Stewart.
Certainly will, Poss, and we have played 7.5 minutes of this third quarter, all thanks to Sungold Milk. Lambeski wrapped up in a good tackle, quick kick out of the pack, going forward. Homer's the target again. He just uses the ball and his body so well. He's off now. He's taken 2 bounces. He's inside 50. The kick's on its way. Jackson Homer, take a bow. No, don't, because you've missed it to the right, son. And the Seagulls go to 7-12-54. Camperdown 6-8-44. That's on the Shojan Rock Art Concrete scoreboard. I'll keep telling you all day. Every time this bloke gets the football, he does something with it.
He does something which is going to earn him a Gyprock Plaster Player of the Day at some stage. Matty Stewart, you've got to agree. Little Matty Fields got it for Camperdown, though. He comes to the outer side and finds Bradshaw. Close attention there from Purvis, but Bradshaw with the footy for Camperdown. They're really holding them up, Seagulls. They're doing very well. Ball goes down over the top. Matty's man Dunn runs onto it. He couldn't take it. Pemberton's on the ground, gathers it. He's jumped on by a flock of Seagulls. I think he's going to be pinged. No, the ball comes back out the back. That's little Pemberton again. An old wobbler towards the forward line, leading in the chase with Phelps. Been probably best man on the ground for the Seagulls. High up and under. Purvis gets under it. Couldn't take the mark. It comes off hand over the line and out of bounds and into the Camperdown coach's box. Alan Blackburn and the Port Fairy Seagulls at the 19-minute mark, leading the Camperdown Magpies only narrowly.
Yeah, and Tyler Fowler's back on the ground, boys.
I tell you what, courageous effort.
Moving like a lame duck, though. He tried it.
He's moving like you in your final game of your football career, I reckon, Alan Blackburn. He's had probably a couple of jabs, I reckon, down there in the rooms at half-time. Umpire Stevie Walker, he balls it up. The big man Gunning goes up against the Jackson lookalike. Gathered this time by Matty Pemberton. Oh, what would happen off the football here, too, with his brother Damien Pemberton and little Stinky Herbertson, who's been fantastic for the Seagulls today across half-back. Loves playing it hard and physical, does Stink.
And done a good job, too, today.
He's done a magnificent job. Dunn gets it down this time, coming through with the football. Is Lambeski taken off the contest. Crozier is there as well. Isaac Martin, he gathers. Oh, that could be deliberate. Camperdown looking for it, and he's going to pay it.
It was touched. I think it came off a player, didn't it?
Oh, I think it was there. He just hit the boundary like Johnny Beckworth did.
Hit the boundary, son.
And I'll tell you what, it's gone against him. It's an open forward line. The Camperdown Magpies, they're into attack. The Seagulls got numbers back there. Marnie goes up. Couldn't quite grab it. Martin's there for Port Fairy, and he's going to clear and get them out of trouble, Pops.
Been good, little Izzy Martin, as the ball. It's all Camperdown here, though. Pemberton running onto it. No, it's taken by Field. Wrapped up in a tackle. Breaks that tackle. Liam Howarth chips in for the Seagulls. Ball goes to ground. Pemberton on top of that. Howarth on top of the footy. Nigel Pedler says no. Steve Walker says, give it to me, boys. I'll put it down half forward flank about 70 metres around from the Camperdown goal on the Moyne River side of Gardens Oval. Up they go. Matty's man Dunn goes up against Dunning. Gunning got the tap down. Pemberton had a fresh airy. Comes out towards Cast. Couldn't run onto the footy. Little Matty Field gathers it. Mongrel kick there. Isaac Martin's in there for the Seagulls. So is little Eddie Purvis. He's in there trying hard. Picked up and going nowhere was McDonald. The ball's on the ground. In there is Shields. Got it out to Martin. Martin got a little handball. Then the ball.
Let him go.
Very good work by little Isaac Martin. He's in everything today, and he'll earn himself a free kick centre wing Gardens Oval, and he'll try and put Port Fairy into attack or near enough too. He'll be looking up there for Holman, though he squares it. Goes to Purvis. So Eddie Purvis hasn't played a bad game either. No. He's centre wing right in front of us, Alan Blackburn, so we're going to study this kicking action of little Purvis. It's not bad. Goes short looking for Bean. Couldn't take the mark. It's all Camperdown. Clearing for them was Bradshaw. Kicks it long there. Couldn't take the mark. That was big Powling. Oh, clearing kick there wasn't good by Colin Harwood. It's gone out of bounds on the full. Right in front of us, Matty Stewart, in the relieving free kick will be taken by Camperdown in Jack Hickey.
Yeah, Hickey's been good for Camperdown as well. He's going to have to try and kick over the top knot of the big man Proud. He kicks long and strong, looking for Eddie Lucas. Seagulls got numbers there. Phil Cast there, though, for the Magpies. Well done there by Dudman. Going to be out of bounds on the full, is it? Yes, it is. And the free kick's going to go to the Camperdown Magpies. It looks like the coach. Phil Cast will take it 45 metres out, right on the boundary in front of the Mick Finnegan bar here at the Gardens Oval, Port Fairy. And do you reckon he'd be getting some stick down there as he lines up, boys?
He definitely would be, except there's no one there,
Oh, yes, Mickey Finnegan will be out there just yelling, putting him off. Cast comes in, the kick's on its way. It's a beautiful kick of the football. Not going to get there. Holmer's there as well, but a big run free taken by Marnie.
Good mark.
And I tell you what, I love that. Put that down as a Warrnambool Gyprock player of the day contender, because that was 3 deep and 4 foot high, and Marnie flew higher than Joe Cocker, and he's going to go back and try and slot it. We will slot one, and he'll put the Magpies within 4 points.
Absolutely. Point blank range, Matty. He'd have to fall over to miss it. Comes in, 5 metres out, man on the mark. Bang goes Marnie and kicks a goal. So the Camperdown Magpies have kicked the last couple here at Gardens Oval, Port Fairy. They get back to within 4 points. We've played 23 minutes of the third quarter. Points it is 7-12-54, 7-8-50. Matty Stewart, Nigel Pedler with the footy in at the centre of Gardens Oval.
Yeah, the ball goes up again. This time it's one down by Powling. They're crashing in nice and hard. The intensity's lifted in this third quarter. Both teams know what's on the line. And I'll tell you what, it's a 4-point lead currently to the Port Fairy Seagulls over the Magpies. And we have got probably about 5 minutes to go in this third term, all thanks to SunGold Fresh Local Milk. Little Aaron Shields, a quick little kick out of the pack, a left foot special with a good mark's been taken by Baker across half-back. He plays on quickly, gets the ball there to Jack Williams. Williams coming back from that injury. Nice little kick over the top to my man Spence. Spence plays on quickly. He gets it on to Hickey. Hickey now's got a little bit of space, but he's going to steady the ship on that far outer side. Looking into the sun too there. It's a little bit glary out there, Pops.
He is there. He squares us up looking for Field. Good mark by little Matty Field. And Matty Stewart's got Jack Williams, Cameron Spence, captain, coach of the interleague team now, Alan Blackburn. The ball's been taken. A good mark there by Pemberton. He's really coming into the game now. Damien Pemberton, one of the Magpies leaders. So he's 50 out. Goes towards the goal square. It's a wobbler. He'll want Marnie again, but no, chipping in well. Beautifully for Port Fairy was Phelps with those orange wheels.
Got to be a contender for the Matthews Petroleum Player of the Day, boys.
Absolutely, and he squares the ball up wide, and it's mark's taken out there by Josh Gunning. So he'll relieve for the Seagulls, back pocket, kicks towards the scoreboard side of Gardens Oval, looking for Phelps. He'll find him. No, sorry, that's Proud. Proud takes the mark, reels onto his right foot, goes into the centre looking for Ex-McCartney. Mark's unattended. In some space now, looking for some options. He might go short to Howarth. No, he's elected to go wider, out to that half-forward flank, looking for Bean, who's got on a lead, good lead, and takes the mark 65 metres out. on the far side of Gardens Oval. Be looking in for McCartney. Offers the lead now. Goes for him and finds him.
Beautiful. Good kick.
Lace out Sam McCartney. Takes the mark about 35 to 40 metres out. Only on a slight angle. Kicking to the town end. Alan Blackburn. He'll be lining up for goal number 3. We've got Sam McCartney looking to extend the Port Fairy lead just before three-quarter time. McCartney comes in, deliberate shot, drop punt on its way. It's gone to the left. It won't make the distance up. Whoa, it's gone over the back. It's grabbed by Xavier McCartney, I think it was. Unattended in the goal square. Grabs it, kicks a goal. Thank you very much. And the Seagulls extend the lead back to 10 points, Alan Blackburn.
It does. And Xavier's second goal. And Sam McCarthy's just a brief
50. And they're currently trailing the Seagulls by 10 points, and we're almost 27 minutes into the third quarter, Matty.
Yeah, absolutely spot on. Next play. Good bit of play too by Phil Cass, the coach. He's bolted out of the middle. The kick's on its way. Is this the answer? I tell you, they like it. The coach has lifted. He's lifted the Magpies, and the fans down below are pretty excited, as you can imagine, because that was a coach's goal, and it was straight out of the Hadle Diddle. The boys were mucking around. The umpire paid advantage for the free kick. And Cass had one bounce and went bang from 55.
The nation we've had is a great goal.
It took about 10 seconds, that goal. Up it goes Gunning. And running into an absolute brick wall there was Maddie's man Cameron Spence. He's going nowhere.
That was a big hit.
A huge hit.
By Shield.
Make sure he's all right, Blackie.
They've all got up. Maddie's man's right. He's the captain of the coach of the interleague side next week. Up it goes. Gunning up against Powling. The ball's going nowhere. We might have one of your third bounces. Tripoli bounce. Hello, Blackburn. And then, in fact, the sirens for three-quarter time. 28 minutes elapsed in that third quarter. 8-12-60 the Seagulls. They lead at three-quarter time in an absolute thriller. 8-8-56.
Let's go round the ground thanks to 1-3 Cabs. Portland featuring Mortlake Shane Martin. What's happening over there, Mutto?
To their man, Phil Cass. So that's going to be a good contest.
Here we go.
Very dangerous, Phil Cass.
Here we go, Blackie. Last quarter, we've got the close one. Gunning. And also Powling. The ball hits the deck, comes out there towards Pemberton running onto it. Couldn't gather the footy. Paddled forward, all by Gunning. Good hit by Shields there. That was on Bo McDonald. The ball comes, Bo James, sorry. The ball comes out there towards Harwood. Big kick, but it goes nowhere. Getting underneath it, taking a courageous mark for the Camperdown Magpies was Jack Hickey. He's played a pretty good game too. Comes out wide, looking for young Bradshaw. Bradshaw on the wing, goes down the line, looking for Pemberton. Will he get there before it goes out in the full? He does, but I'm not sure he did.
Been under the pump, the bounce
He's actually conceded defeat here, Pemberton. He's actually conceded that the ball's gone out on the full and hasn't gone back to take his kick for the mark.
That's like when you're giving out in cricket and you don't walk. Now take the free kick, son.
Now he's taken the free kick and he's got a player on who's ran further down the ground. And a good mark taken by Bradshaw again, who followed up his kick. So Bradshaw's on 50, probably a little bit too far out. He's only a little fella who go to the top of the goal square. Does that. Lucas gets under it. Over the top was Farley with the big fist and taking it over the line from one behind was Harwood. Immediately plays on. So there's a point to the Seagulls. Harwood got it out quickly to Phelps. Phelps with the orange wheels gets it further down looking for, good mark by Purvis. Over the top there on centre wing for the Seagulls on the outer side. Purvis will go down the line looking for Proud. Up he goes. Couldn't take the mark. Big Xavier McCartney could at the back, didn't pay it, and he forced over the line out of bounds. Slap bang on centre wing. We played 1.5 minutes, final quarter, 8-12-60. The Seagulls leading Camperdown 8-8-56. Brother.
I reckon that's 8-9-57 now, because that's behind down there. Did that get counted, boys?
Didn't, I don't
for the Camperdown Magpies. So just keep an eye on that, Blackie.
I'll put it down on my score, Matty.
Yeah, so I reckon they're just 1 point
could
behind.
Could be decisive at the end too, Alan.
Could be.
Well, I'll tell you what, if it's not updated, it could give the fans a false sense here at the Gardens Oval, Port Fairy.
We need to get onto him.
Dylan Herbertson, he's been sensational for the Seagulls. That big raking left foot kick. Nice kick into space. McCartney, the target, just through his hands. Here's little Tyrone Bean over the back. Can he run onto it? Well done there by Nicky Sheen on the left boot. Where's it going to bounce? Oh, rush through from behind. Well done there by Matty Field. Last line of defence for the Camperdown Magpies, and it takes the Seagulls to 8-13-61. Camperdown 8-9-57. Shojin Concrete scoreboard. This final term all thanks to Bait Nest Rules.
If anyone's listening listening out there, you get to the scoreboard and tell them that Camperdown should be an extra point. Should be 8-9-57.
They should be. 8.5 minutes. Jack Williams comes down the ground. Good mark taken by the Seahorse. C. Houston plays on, gets a long handball out there towards little Bradshaw. It's been good. Takes a bounce, off and running. Looking up there for Matty's boy Dunn. Dunn takes an uncontested mark, 50 metres out from goal. Goes back, got nothing on offer. Goes over the top looking for Eddie. Farley getting back. Eddie stood his ground. Eddie Lucas stood his ground. One out against Adam Farley. He was always under the pump, and a good mark and a good kick in by Dunn. So Eddie Lucas Blackie will go back directly in front, 15 metres out, kicking for goal number 3, and this in fact will give the Camperdown Magpies the lead if I'm not mistaken.
They've been listening to us, they're changing the scoreboard.
Bang goes the ball straight over the umpire's hat, so Camperdown.
Oh no, it's stuck up the tree too. There it come out.
So I think for the first time from the first quarter have actually...
You're onto the dangerous Eddie Lucas.
I think you're absolutely spot on, mate. And it hasn't happened as yet. Phelps has gone on to the big man, Dunn down there. The Seagulls, are they going to get a centre clearance? Are they? No, they're not. Wrapped up in the centre. The umpire says no, and that's going to be a ball up. And umpire Stevie Walker, they've been pretty good today, the umps too. Stevie Walker, Nigel Pedler doing a wonderful job. The ball goes up. Powling's been good for the Magpies. He wins it down this time, just as close as Cass. And we're going to have another ball up, and they're not too far off moving in for the third leg of the quaddie at Caulfield. We are still alive today, and it's all thanks to Mickey Burke's Droid Hotel, Fontaine Ruby Blanc in this next race.
Yeah, there's the bounce of the ball, Powling and gunning. It goes over the back. Not clean possession taken there by Camperdown when they had the opportunity. Reeves comes up with it from Port Fairy. He's going, no, he's wrapped up, and Steve Walker says, I might do it again, boys, I will. Just on the back of the centre square, the advantage side of for the Camperdown Footy Club, where they leave 9-9-63 to the Seagulls, 8-13-61. We played 5 minutes final term. So Walker with a lot of players around the contest. There it goes. Up goes Powling and Gunning. Gunning got it down, come towards Purvis. Purvis got a quick kick away. Could be fortuitous because it's landed in the hands of Liam Howarth. He's off and running. Kicks down looking for McCartney. Up he goes. Courageous effort. Going back was the Seahorse. There's an opportunity for Port Fairy. Picked up by McCartney. Has a shot for goal, and he's put it through, I reckon, for his fourth, Alan Blackburn. 5.5 minutes into the final quarter. Port Fairy go to 9-13. That's 67, leading Camperdown 9-9-63. Again, an opportunistic goal by Sammy McCartney. He's lucky you've eaten them all.
I have not. The ball back in the centre of the ground. Listen to that magpie or the crow. He's not happy. He's absolutely squawking, and just the Camperdown supporters, they're squawking at the moment as well. It sounds like there's a blue going on in the crowd between two crows looking for that chip, that elusive chip. Powling gets it down this time to the coach in Cass. Can't quite gather. Stacks on the middle in the centre. Powling goes back in. I'll tell you what, the intensity's lifted because this is going to be a pretty important final 15 or 20 minutes here at the Gardens, boys.
It's one-on-one all over the ground too, Alan. If you look at the peripheral vision there on either side of the end, so there's a lot of players around the footy. After that, it's all man-on-man. Tap down went to the advantage of Camperdown. Chipping in for Port Fairy was Herbertson, but well done there by Dudman. Got it out, but it was a wild errant handball. Locked up with the tackle was by Shields. He's picked it up. He tried to get out of trouble. He won't. The umpire will ball it up. Centre half forward for Camperdown, about 70 metres out from their goal. They're kicking to the town end of this final quarter. We've played 7 minutes and 20 seconds. Up they go. Gunning, Powling got the tap out. Comes towards Purvis. Chipping along there to himself was Harwood. A fortuitous kick came out of the pack, but Purvis couldn't mark it. Now he's got a second effort. Did really well. Got it out there towards Mr. Bean. Isaac Martin picks it up. Kicks it down towards Holmer. One out with the Seahorse. The Seahorse did well. Here's Howard. The opportunist takes it off the pack. Runs to 45. Kicks it towards McCartney. Couldn't take the mark. Punched away there by little Matty Field was good. Butters up. He wins the footy himself. That was really good. He's kicked at the Mick Finnegan in the bar.
I was just about to say, that was fantastic because he was out-bodied. He was like McCartney was a lot bigger than Field there, but he done super.
So the free kick will go to Dylan Gunning, Matty.
And Gunning, he's going to play on quickly. He kicks to the top of the square. Who's down there? Jarvis and also the big man Bean. It goes through his hands. I should have said Proud. They're moving in still at Caulfield as well, and the ball's going to see them all out, and we're going to have a ball up right in front of the bar here at the Gardens Oval, Port Fairy. Now look at Jackson Homer, boys, and I've worked out who he looks like. He looks like a young man's Billy Ray Cyrus. Have a look at him.
Don't break my heart, my hanky breaky heart.
He doesn't look like Miley, so.
And we might go to Greg Miles for his call on the third leg of the quaddie at Caulfield.
And over on the outside, Fontaine Ruby has jumped well. Out there too, Light Motion and Von Classic Hero began quickly. Over towards the inside, Valdez had pinged out and led from Golden Oldies. Here's Fontaine Ruby. She's steadily making her progress over towards the front runners. It's a bit of a hot tempo though. She has to press on with a big weight and she takes over. So Fontaine Ruby now a length and a half. Valdez, Golden Oldies. Sea Spray moved up a length and a half away and she's in fourth spot, just a little bit deep there. Trolley Chorus just behind her and Unfurled is on the rail, a length and a half to Light Motion, posted 3 deep up the hill. That'll be hard. Then Bruhale Des back behind those Tears of Joy in the red cap, trying to make some ground, and then Spur on Gold, followed by Love Heart Lass, Showisha Tats and Iron Spider. Fontaine Ruby, can she keep going with this big weight? A half in front of Golden Oldies, a length and a half to Valdez, has had a good run, and so has Sea Spray. Maloney now peels it to the outside and she looks to really travel, followed by a Nafra, and then came Unfurl. Light Motion under pressure. They swing for home and Berserk making some ground on the inside. Fontaine Ruby under siege at the home turn. They come from everywhere. Sea Spray burst up on the outside. Unfurl comes. And Nafra got the run on the inside, and then Berserk. They come past the 200. Unfurl out wide. Got up to Sea Spray and Nafra and Berserk on the inside with the Spur on Gold coming late. It's Unfurl in front. Berserk getting right up on the inside. Spur on Gold coming. They hit the line. Unfurl, I'd say, in the middle wins. Unfurl from either Berserk, the rail, or Spur on Gold, and they got away then to Sea Spray. Love Heart Lass, best work laid again, and then an Afra, Fontaine Ruby, Golden Oldies, followed by Von Classic Hero, Iron Spider, and behind them Showisha Tats, Valdez Bruhaha. Light Motion dropped out after a wide run, and Tears of Joy towards the end with Trolley Chorus.
Number 14, Unfurl, 22.35.60 for Jai McNeil. For the Miners, between 16, Berserk, 9.40 and 5, Spur on Gold at $3. Just underway at Canamble for the last.
That's no good for us in the quaddie, but we must thank Mickey Burke's Koroyd Hotel. Meanwhile, back at the footy, Tyrone Bean went bang from about 25, and the Seagulls 10.14.74. They lead the Magpies 9.9.63 pots.
They do, and they had another opportunity to score there, but they couldn't take the mark. It's been forced through from behind. 10.15.75 the Seagulls, 9.9.63. We've gone 12 minutes in the final quarter.
Yeah,
short.
11 points is good, isn't it? 11-point lead.
Little bit of a
Maggies need the next one.
A little bit of a buffer, so Camperdown defending grimly. The go short, not a real good kick. It favoured Gunning, ducked by Shields. Shields got it off to Harwood, ran into a brick wall, has time to recover. Shields gets it back again, fighting hard to maintain possession, gets free, but now the umpire, Nigel Pedler, says, no, give it to me, boys, you've had enough, I'll ball it up.
He's a competitor, Shields, isn't he?
He's a
competitor.
Been good today.
50 metres out from the Port Fairy goal. Lots of players around the ball. Gunning with the big punch. Come to Martin. Martin got it to Xavier McCartney. Kick smothered beautifully by Pemberton. Got another opportunity, Martin. Got it back there towards Dylan Gunning. Goes to the goal square looking for the big fella Phelps. Couldn't take the mark. Gets it out to Sam McCartney. Has a snap with his right foot and misses to the left. 10.16.76 the Seagulls of the Shojan Concrete scoreboard. Camperdown 9.9.63. We've played 12 and a half minutes.
I'll tell you what, they're doing all the attacking at the moment, the Seagulls. Blackie,
One of the best moves, Matty, this quarter. Dylan gunning into the ruck's been really good. He's been really getting over the ground, isn't he? He's moving really well.
For Artson K. Blackie, just keep your eye on the Camperdown boy coming off the ground there. Looks like he's in a bit of trouble.
It is.
There was a few sore Camperdown boys here this afternoon. That is for sure.
The sin. Cardinal sin.
The ball's brought in for the Camperdown Magpies. Big kick goes out in front of the scoreboard. Josh Gunning picks it up, goes back inboard, looking for Herbertson. Big fist over the top. This opens it up for the Magpies. Can they get the football in their hands? Yes, they can. Right there is the big man Powling. Quick kick down, looking for Marty, but that man Phelps. Guy Phelps has taken a great mark across half-back. He spots up Dylan Gunning. Gunning's got players on loose everywhere. One of them Shields. Shields all wanted to play on. Just thought about it the second time and thought, hang on a minute, I'm just going to steady the ship here for the Seagulls.
Aaron
Boys.
Shields, he's had a lot of it, and he squares it up, goes out towards Gunning. Gunning now kicks down forward, looking for Holmer. He leads out in front, couldn't take the mark, but he done really well there. Was Bean front and centre. Steadies, kicks the ball to the top of the goal square. It'll be McCartney, one out. He's in the van. He's got it. McCartney's marked it no more than 30 metres out at Sam. He's about, he'd only be 25, 30 metres out, almost directly in front. And if he goes back and slots this one, Alan Blackburn, it's going to make it pretty difficult for the Camperdown Magpies, because we played almost 14 and a half minutes final quarter, and this is 10-16-76, the Port Fairy Seagulls at the moment. McCartney comes in deliberate. This will be for his fourth. 30 metres out. Oh, he shanked it to the left. He's kicked a shot at 10-17-77. You've got to kick those. You've got to kick those done when you get the opportunities. 9-9-63.
That lady's just knocking on the door, she was, but she's not coming in.
That's Big Goober Teal next door. And don't open the door because he's been eating your lollies all day, Blackie. The ball comes in. Dunn's the target. A quick little bit of play there at the bottom of the pack. A nice heavy hit. Here's McCartney again. He kicks it quick, but it's going to be marked, is it? Yes, Baker. No, not paid. He's going to get his own football. Quick, scrolly kick, and it goes as far as Isaac Martin. Martin squares it up quickly. He's got players in board everywhere. One of them is Shields, but boys, I'm tipping he's going to struggle to make the distance here.
Well, he's got plenty of the footy today, Matty, hasn't he? But some of his execution hasn't been great. So let's see what he can do this time.
He's about 45 metres out. He gives it straight off to Mickey Sheen, who kicks over the top to McCartney. Doesn't quite take it. Good fist away that time by the youngster there from Camperdown. Gets it back to Shields. He snaps out of the pack quickly. It's all Camperdown here. One of them's Daniel Baker. Not a good handball. Picked up though by Williams. Oh, it's going to go back. It's the same play because Isaac Martin's got it. It's deja vu.
Magpies are a bit shell-shocked at the moment, I think.
Blackie, the forward press being put on by the Port Fairy Seagulls is really good. As you look the back half of the ground, there's no player there. They've got everyone pushing up, pressing up and locking that footy in. So Isaac Martin is probably a little bit too far out. He'll kick from 50. Comes in, deliberate shot on its way. It's an old wobbler. We'll want a big mark somewhere, and we'll get one from Camperdown. That's Baker. Last line of defence for the Camperdown Magpies. He'll relieve to the outer side. Goes short. He's got a player in space and finds him. That looks like done. No, it's not done. The ball goes. It's not far from done. The ball's over on the centre wing. It's on the half-forward flank. Ball's players jostling for position. The ball's on the deck. The umpire says, give it to me, boy. Oh, boys, I'll ball it up 50 metres out from the Port Fairy goal on the Shojan concrete scoreboard side of the Gardens Oval. Port Fairy going to the Glaxo end. There's the tap down. It's cleared by Camperdown. No, it's not. He's locked up in the tackle. That looked like Marnie. He's head holding the ball. Ooh, gee, that was tough. Just took possession, I thought. And Bean, who's been good for the Seagulls today. The boys,
very good. He's been dangerous.
The boys with the buns, they've all contributed very, very well for the Seagulls. He kicked from 55 out, Alan Blackburn. You wouldn't think he could kick the distance, but he'll certainly be looking to set it up into that goal square for either McCartney or perhaps Jack Holmer to take a hanger, and wouldn't that bring the bar to life?
He's having a set shot, so he must have a bit of confidence in his...
He must. He's got the green wheels. He comes in.
A beautiful kick of the football normally.
Kick from 55 metres, drop punt on its way. It's not a bad looking kick, but it's gone just to the right for a one behind. 10-18-78. The Port Fairy Seagulls on the Shojan concrete scoreboard, leading the Camperdown Magpies 9-9.